Welcome to the Veterans Corner, and thank you for inviting us into your home today. I'm Greg Gagne, a veteran advocate. The Veterans Corner primary mission is to help veterans with employment, and the secondary mission is in meeting their needs by bringing employers, nonprofit agencies, and veterans together. We do this by interviewing employers, nonprofit agencies here on the Veterans Corner. So if you are a veteran or know of a veteran that needs assistance, give me a call at 315-3259. If you are an employer or a nonprofit organization who wish to participate on the show, just give me a call at 315-3259 as well. This is a free service. Let's make a difference this year for our veteran heroes. For our guest today, we have Ms. Joanne Lawrence. She's the Deputy District Director of the state of Louisiana for the Small Business Administration, and she's here today to share with us information about programs that is, I guess you say, very relevant to small businesses and businesses that's already in existence. And she's going to share with us that information, and hopefully we can get somebody wealthy out there. Who knows? But we'll start. Ms. Joanne, nice to have you on board again one more time.
Thank you.
So tell me what's going on with this first program you wanted to talk about. The miniaturized microloans. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of programs out here, you know.
Yeah. So the microloan program is for loans up to $50,000, and we put that program in place because not everyone needs $1 million or $350,000 or even $150,000. So we put the microloan program in place for those borrowers who may need $50,000 or less. For that program, we work with a micro lender. So under that program, what SBA does is we actually provide the funding to the micro lenders, and those micro lenders in turn loan the money to our borrowers. And they also service the loan.
But you provide the money.
We provide the money
to the
micro lenders.
Okay.
And then the micro lenders in turn loan that money to our borrowers.
Okay.
The maturity on those loans is 6 years.
Okay.
And the interest rate is going to range between 8 and 13%. So the cost,
high?
So the cost of the money for the microloan program is a little bit higher. What SBA found is that, when you're dealing with the traditional lenders, what they will share to us is it costs them just as much to do a $250,000 loan as it does a $50,000 loan. Yeah. So what we were trying to do, and our goal with this program, is to put a source of financing or funding in place so that the borrowers who are not able to get funding on the traditional basis would have an opportunity to get the funding that they need. And the same use of proceeds for starting.
That's good.
Yeah,
that really is. I mean, it does make a difference for small.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known that when I had one of my small businesses I was going, because there was a program with the state and for $100,000 for a small business. And so I went to the state and I said, I have all my paperwork, got everything that you want, but I don't want $100,000, I want $50,000.
Yes.
They said, we can't make you $50,000. I said, whoa, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You have to borrow $100,000. I don't need $100,000.
Yes.
But in this case, a program like this would fit right in line with a lot of small businesses. So really, guys, take advantage of what the Small Business Administration has in play for existing business owners and startups.
So you mentioned that that 8 to 13% interest rate is a little bit high. So keep in mind that SBA is not in competition with the lenders. So we're there to assist. This program is there to assist when those borrowers are not able to get the funding that they need from those traditional lenders. Also with the microloan program comes a technical assistance piece. So the borrower will get to work with a counselor at our micro lender, who can assist them in providing management and technical assistance and work with them in putting together their loan proposal. However, it is, again, important that when the borrower goes in, that they're clear about what it is that they need and the purpose for which the proceeds will be used. And they also want to have done some homework, some market research on the type of business that they're interested in starting, or if it's an existing business, of course, their track record of what they've done in that business already. In mentioning market research, there are some markets, for startup companies where the market is already saturated.
Does this apply to like franchises?
Well, franchise, yeah,
I jumped into another subject.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But yeah, franchises are eligible for SBA's financial assistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that does apply to franchises.
Okay, so it's not just limited to.
No.
Okay, well that's good.
It is.
I mean,
when you look at a franchise, there's a proven business model that has worked. So that's, if for somebody who's looking to start, looking at a franchise might be a good way to start, but it's up to them.
well, the thing is, even with franchises, I mean, I've been around the state as well as around the nation. Franchises don't work in some areas. So understand that it's a risk of being business.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It is.
But I think this is coming up to our first segment ending. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back with Ms. Joanne Lawrence from the Small Business Administration, and I think for this segment she's going to jump into another program that is relevant. So guys, girls, listen up. So Ms. Jo, take it from there.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so we've talked about our microloan program previously. I'd like to talk about the Community Advantage Loan Program. And this program was put in place for what we call the underserved markets. So it could be small disadvantaged businesses, could be veterans, could be women-owned businesses. It could be businesses in historically underutilized business zones or rural businesses. But this program specifically targets those underserved markets. Now with this program, we can do a loan up to $250,000.
Okay.
And we can guarantee on those loans under Community Advantage up to 85%. Previously, I talked about our regular 7A loan program, and under that program, we can only guarantee 85% on loans up to $150,000. But for this special interest group, we can guarantee 85% on a loan up to $250,000.
When you say the word community, you're looking at dealing with a public entity?
Oh, no, we're talking about small businesses.
Okay, small.
No, we're
you
still,
know,
no, we're still
when you
talking.
say community,
no,
I mean,
no,
you got.
it's just community. It's just
Gotta differentiate.
program. Oh, no.
Okay.
We're still talking about
Okay.
small businesses.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, for-profit entities.
Okay.
And I don't know if I've said that previously, but for-profit entities. All of these programs are for for-profit
okay, that's good,
entities,
that's good.
not for nonprofit. Again, with the Community Advantage Loan Program, as with microloan program, management and technical assistance is available through that loan program, where they would work with a counselor or consultant with the Community Advantage lender.
Okay.
The interest rate, again, is a little bit higher than what our regular loan programs are. So with the regular 7A loan programs, we establish a maximum that the lender cannot exceed. So if the maturity on the loan is less than 7 years, then the maximum the lender can charge in interest is 2.25% above the lowest New York prime.
Okay.
If the maturity is 7 years or longer, then the maximum is 2.75% above the lowest New York prime. So we're not in competition with the lenders. We just established the maximum. So for the Community Advantage loan, because we're dealing with these underserved markets, we're going to guarantee up to 85%. The interest rate is prime plus 6%.
Okay.
But in all of the cases with the regular 7A loan program, we encourage the borrowers to negotiate the best interest rate that they can with the lender.
Right.
So you want to do the same thing when it comes to the Community Advantage loan program. Also, under this program, we're not just concerned with like what's on the firm's balance sheet or what's on their income statement. So there are some additional criteria that we'll take into consideration when we're looking at that Community Advantage loan program. And with all of the loan programs, we get questions all the time. Well, what about my credit rating? What about my credit history? Well, your credit history speaks to who you are. So we understand that there may be extenuating circumstances where, someone may have lost their job, or someone may have been ill or passed away or something like that, and there's some issues on the credit report. Well, what we encourage the borrowers to do is to be proactive in situations like that. So if you know that there are some issues on your credit report, be prepared to address those issues. If it's cases where you just decided you're just not going to pay,
that's a different story.
Yes, that's going to make us wonder, well, if you didn't pay this because you didn't want to pay, are you going to satisfy this debt?
Well, I'll put it this way. I mean, if you live long enough, at some point in life, if you don't have bad credit, something's wrong. That's the way I look at it. Unless you're born wealthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know during my period of time back in the 80s, when I guess you'd say the financial environment kind of crashed in the South finally.
Yes.
And it stayed like that for a whole decade, basically.
Yeah.
And with my business, had a lot of major general contractors went under.
Yes.
And all they said was, come with us, Greg, to the bankruptcy court. We can't pay you. I mean, I'm sitting there. I did everything right, and I'm losing.
Right, yeah.
But if you go talk with a financial institution and show them, and don't be afraid of bringing it up and talking with them, they understand.
Yes.
Especially talking about business. I mean, it's really a tough. It's tough out there, yes, but understand what it is you're trying to do.
Yes.
But I think, I hate to say this, coming up to the end of this second segment, and we will be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we're back with Ms. Joanne Lawrence again from the Small Business Administration. And I think with this segment here, she's going to jump into another program. So let's give her the floor, guys. Thank you. One more time.
Thanks.
Go for it.
Okay. So we talked about the financial assistance programs, government contracting, counseling, management and technical assistance. So one additional program is our Surety Bond Guarantee program. And this is for those construction businesses, those businesses that are in the construction industry.
Right.
And SBA has a program called our Surety Bond Guarantee Program that allows us to provide a surety bond, performance and payment bonds on contracts up to $6.5 million. So what we encourage those contractors to do is to work with one of our approved sureties.
Okay.
And we've improved the program so much that that surety can submit that bond application to SBA electronically. Okay. And we can get an answer back to them within 3 to 5 working days.
That's unreal. For government, my goodness. Oh yeah, 3 or 5 days, man.
So what we do is, what we encourage those contractors to do is that if they don't have a relationship with a surety and they're interested in going after the larger contracts, those that are $150,000 and above with the federal government, will require a surety bond, a performance bond, and a payment bond. And SBA can guarantee up to 85% on those bonds.
Okay, that's good.
And or in some cases up to 90% on those bonds. Now this is a guarantee to the surety in the event that the contractor is not able to complete that job. So we know the performance bond guarantees that the contractor is going to perform the contract satisfactorily, that they're going to do everything that's in the contract. And then the payment bond, that they're going to pay their subs and they're going to pay their material suppliers and all of that, so that there are not any liens against the government's property. So recognizing that there are small businesses out there who have difficulty getting the bonds that they need, that's where SBA steps in and works with these approved sureties to provide a guarantee on behalf of that particular contractor. So what the contractor wants to do is to reach out to one of those approved sureties and to go in and to talk to them about their business and their track record, the largest contract on which they perform. That's going to be critical, because how much the surety or the bonding agent is going to be able to write will depend upon the largest contract on which that firm has already performed. So if the largest contract you've done is $150,000, don't expect that the surety is going to be able to write a bond for $1 million or $1.5 million.
That's right.
Because you haven't demonstrated that track record.
Right.
And what the sureties want to see is that you're a construction firm in this industry and you perform successfully in that industry. So the contractor wants to make sure that they have their financial statements, that they have their tax returns that they can present to the surety, because they want to see not just that you're breaking even, but that you're making money on these contracts. You're performing successfully and you're making money. They will also want to see an organizational chart with information on who the owners are, who the key players are. They want to see that these individuals have experience in whatever area of construction that they're performing, and who's going to take over in the event that something happens to you as the owner. Is there someone with experience that can take over after that? We have our quick application quick bond app where we can do bonds up to $250,000, and the paperwork is not as involved as it would be on a contract that's, say, over $250,000.
Okay.
So we've done some things to improve that surety bond guarantee program to make it easier for the contractors to get the bonds that they need. So we encourage them to take advantage of that. And all of this information on all of our programs and services is available at www.sba.gov. And if they want to look at the list of the sureties that's approved for Louisiana, they can look at sba.gov/OSG for Office of Surety Guarantee.
Okay. Well, I hate to say this, but this is going to end the show. And she's provided a lot of information. So thank you for coming on board.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us into your home today. Please spread the word around about the Veterans Corner Show. I'm Greg Gagne. Call me at 315-3259. Thank you, and God bless America.